Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. In this video I will be talking about social forestry. Now with the help of very term you can able to understand that what social forestry means. Social forestry comprises two words, social plus forestry. It means in simple terms you can say forestry, a kind of forestry which is done by society or with social efforts is termed as social forestry. Now, why there is need of social forestry? If you have read the forest policy, national forest policy, then you must be aware that the target of Indian government is for forestry is about 33%. It means almost 33% of the total land of the country should have the forest cover. At present, it is somewhere between 21 to 24%. Getting my point? So this has to be increased to 33%, and it cannot be only done by the natural processes. As you all know, for many affairs and activities, the government as well as the private people, they are exploiting or cutting the trees of the forest. But in the same amount, the trees are not being planted. That is why sustainable development came into picture. In general term, we can say what is sustainable development? It can be compared with this phenomena that you want to eat the cake and have it too. It means केक खाते हुए रहिए लेकिन केक खत्म नहीं होना चाहिए. इस तरह से खाइए कि आपके फ्यूचर जनरेशन को कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना पड़े नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के लिए. समझ रहे मेरी बात? अगर आप केक थोड़ा सा खाते हैं तो उससे ज़्यादा बना लीजिए, तो कभी भी आपका रिसोर्स खत्म नहीं होगा. सो दैट इज द मेन सोल ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. So that is why the social forestry came into picture, because the total forest cover is not up to mark in India. So that is why in 1976 this term first came into being, and it was used for the first time by the National Commission on Agriculture, Government of India in 1976. So what is the aim? The aim is to take the pressure off the forest and to make use of all unused and fallow land. Getting my point? So at present, the pressure should not be only on the forest which grows naturally. Getting my point? So that is why to take the pressure off and also to make best use of unused and fallow land. At many places you must have seen there are wasteland, there are unused land or fallow land. So there also we should also include in the process of afforestation. And who will be the stakeholders? Stakeholders or the doers will be the common man, the individual as well as community. That is why we are calling it social forestry. Okay. So if we start doing this, what will happen? There will be no scarcity of natural resources like food, fodder, fuel, timber, etc. Getting my point? Because these are the main resources of forest. Now that social forestry is a very wide term, very broad term. It comprises four other similar terms which we can understand. Social forestry includes agroforestry, farm forestry, community forestry and extension forestry. Getting my point? So don't get confused. These all are the subset of social forestry only. Agroforestry, as the name suggests, agriculture plus forestry. It means if any farmer is doing agriculture in his field, then whatever land is empty, whatever land is unused, there he can plant some of the trees. Apart from that, at the boundaries of his field, he should plant some of the trees. Many farmers do this without saying, but many farmers don't do. So what we are doing, we are making the empty space, we are making use of the empty space of the field by planting some of the trees, so that we are helping in increasing the overall forest cover. Second is farm forestry, as the name suggests, farmland forestry. Okay, many big farmers, they have farmland, they have farm, So in their farmland, which mostly remains empty or unused, there the individual farmers has to do plantation of trees. In this way, the forestry will increase. The third one is community forestry. As the name suggests, any forestry which is done by community as well as in community land, in villages, in blocks, in panchayats. You see many government land or community land which lies fallow. As for example, the Panchayat Bhavan complex. Apart from that, some of the school campuses. Similarly, there are many more community or government land which remains fallow or unused. Their community should take initiative to do plantation or afforestation. Okay, some of the trees has to be planted over there. So, who will be providing seed and other required things, seedling, fertilizers, etc., will be provided by government. Because in community, nobody will be investing. Because it is the collective property of entire community, no? It is not an individual property. So, government will take initiative to provide seedlings, fertilizer, etc. But the community has to take responsibility to look after, to nurture the forest or nurture the trees which has been planted in community land. Once the trees are ready, what will happen? Its resources has to be again gained by or used by the community in collective approach. Again, in all these activities, we should never forget the sustainable development approach. If you are exploiting some of the resources, at other places you are planting some more trees. Getting my point? So that the future generation does not compromise to have the natural resources. The fourth one is extension forestry. As the name suggests, extension. As for example, just beside the railway track, just beside the national highways, there are many there are plenty of land which is fallow, which lies fallow. There plantation has to be done. In this way, all the unused land, all the fallow land, all the waste land, they are used for forestry, they are used for afforestation. So this is the entire concept of social forestry. So we got to know about agroforestry, farm forestry, community forestry, extension forestry, and as a whole what social forestry is, what is its aim. Okay. So this is all about the concept of social forestry. In next video, I will be dealing with soil of the world, the main soils of the world. Thank you.